Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a spirit reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading can resonate with you. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. I praise the creator of all, supreme, omnipotent, and in all things. I praise all of the high and virtuous spirits who have walked the way of eternal light and love. I praise all of our ancestors from Mother Africa, who is the mother of the entire human race. I praise all of the spirits who died during slavery and the Middle Passage around the world, here in the United States, during Jim Crow, and today. Great Spirit family, since you are free of body and form, we know that you now have greater wisdom and greater power. We ask that you hear the call of your child and come protect us. Use your greater power and influence to help us solve our problems of money, health, family trouble, and racism. We ask that you somehow give us a sign that you are pleased with your children and that you are receiving our worship. Benevolent ancestors, open the gates of wealth to our people and guide us in the wisest and most effective ways to help all of Earth's children live harmoniously. Help us to remember we are part of the whole. We are part of God. We are part of each other. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, guys, let's get into your reading. I am using the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle deck, okay? And this is a 3-card spread, including the top and bottom of the deck. All right, guys, let's get into the spread. All right, so your first card at the top of the deck is the Map Maker of Destiny. All right, it says authentic purpose, inspiration, free will. All right, this card is your ally and your challenger. It says, when the Map Maker of Destiny appears, it's a sign that you're being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny, all right? All right, so it says, at birth, each human being is giving a unique path with a unique map, with a myriad of paths that intersect one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places you're meant to visit, places where you'll be challenged to evolve into the highest aspect of the self. Remember that you're a divine spark, come to Earth to experience itself in human form. As such, your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events in your life that were meant to happen and that you can't change. Fate is transformed into destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experiences. So free will and choice are possible at certain points on the map. Now is one of those times you're faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate, okay? How you respond will lead you into your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate, come to heal your heart and be your companion. Perhaps your challenger makes you face things within that must change in order for you to express your highest good. Maybe fate brings you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project or a challenger in the form of a failed business. No matter which form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate, inviting you into your destiny. Pay attention to your map. Pay attention as your map unfolds now. And remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage your journey. Man, this is big, and it's also reminding you not to look at things so personally, okay? Because it talked about whether you could be starting a relationship, you could be having a failed business, starting a wonderful new project. Give me a second. Perhaps your challenger makes you face things within that must change in order for you to express your highest good. And that was something I was feeling in your reading yesterday about some of you guys not being able to totally express the fullness of a certain thing until you drop a certain habit or a person or something like that. But each and every one of these things is actually leading you towards your destiny. I felt that way. It's weird how it does it too, because that's exactly what happened to me after my last relationship. I can't explain what about, going through that, losing that. I guess it just opens you up, makes you a little bit more vulnerable, a little less trying, When you're so focused on the trying of life, it's hard to hear God or your intuition talking to you, letting you know that you have an option, right? And the thing about that is when you see I have an option, that's when you have to trust your intuition as to which way to go. Because now you have a free will choice. Some people get so consumed by like, I don't know my purpose, but I didn't know my purpose. All I knew was that, you know, I had one more event in my life that I did not like, but this time something was different and there was something new proposed to me, and I could either do it or I couldn't, or I just could do something different. I could keep going on with the same things that I was doing in life. When I decided to take up tarot, that changed my path, and it changed a lot of things about me. I always tell you guys, it is not what I thought that I was going to end up doing. We all know, you know, some of us experience our intuition or, you know, psychic ability or whatever in different ways and forms, but we don't think, you know, this is something I should be doing with my life. You know, I never thought that this is what I would do. You know, tarot wasn't a hobby of mine before I was introduced to it. It just all happened. It all worked. It all clicked. But only because at that junction in my life, that at that point, I chose to enter into it. And then I found out stuff about myself. Okay? Your destiny has to be chosen. You don't always feel like this is me and this is what I'm supposed to be doing in life, because granted, yeah, you have different gifts and different things like that, but sometimes they don't, for lack of a better word or phrase, they don't amount to something. You know, you tried to create something out of it and it didn't happen, and then you carry on with your life and you go through certain experiences, and then until you come to another point. You know, and that's kind of how my life was. It was, I thought I was going to end up doing something, ended up doing a different thing. Then I came to this point that was totally different from my past experiences, at least what I thought, you know. Now I know I experienced those things to know what I don't want, you know. And now I'm choosing to want what I'm good at, right? I'm choosing to want what I'm good at. I don't have to do this. I don't have to. It's my free will choice to do it. So some of you out there, if you see or intuitively feel this is the direction of my life, and you choose not to go that way, and you notice that every other choice outside of where you know you're supposed to go starts to fail or doesn't make it or doesn't give you a spark, well, then that's just the outcome of not choosing destiny, not making the right choice, okay? So be open. Be vulnerable to whatever is new in your life, and be patient with it too. So don't expect to you know, be so great at everything so fast. You know, tarot takes time, it takes study, and I'm just talking about for me. I'm talking about for me right now when I'm talking about tarot. Took time, took study. Intuitively, I feel certain things, but if you want to be better, you got to really engage the thing, really engage it, right? So that is what you have to do for whatever new comes along in your life. Just because you find that spark connection to it doesn't mean that that's it. Now you have to learn it, grow with it, and you're just going to continue to evolve. It's going to cause more evolution. One of the things, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what point you are on your map, the only thing to do after fated situations, good or bad, is to be authentic and be honest with yourself. Do I want to stay in a situation? Do I want to go? Do I like this, or does this make me feel uncomfortable? Honestly, you know, deal with what is going on in your life, because that will help you get closer and move along your map with ease. Because it mentioned that, you know, there are a myriad of paths you can take, because each path is going to bring about its own challenges, all to get you to your destination. Every single path, no matter what you choose, no matter what, you're going to learn either I like it, I don't, I met somebody who helped me a little further along the way, no matter how life unfolds. But you guys could be coming at points where if you make the right choice, you don't have to have so many new obstacles. It won't be so many obstacles. It'll be a little bit clearer as to what to do next. All right. So as you are, you know, traveling along your map, Be starkly honest with yourself, okay? Extremely honest, because you'll just end up going down another path with another set of lessons that will have to bring you at this junction of, man, I got a tough decision to make, you know? A tough decision where your decisions could get easier to make. Even if they seem challenging, it'll be an easier, okay, let's do it, because you know who you are and where you're supposed to go, okay? All right, your next card. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Rainbow Prince. All right, let me get this for you. Rainbow Prince is compensation and perseverance. Compensation and perseverance. Yes. All right, hold on. Let me get this for you. 26. Compensation and perseverance. When the Rainbow Prince appears, and he appeared as your ally in the upright. Okay, when the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving. After the rainstorm you've endured on your journey, okay, along your map, right, on your journey, the Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold, which is the result of your using all the elements of your inner light and reaching into the sky until you touch the material realm from one end to another. This isn't always an easy process, and hard work must be rewarded by compensation. When you align yourself with the energy of giving the highest value, your compensation is inherent in the act itself. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky. It says the Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorms that have upset your life. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance pays off, and your reward will be greater than you can imagine. Okay, greater than you can imagine. This is why I saw 7 of Pentacles for you guys yesterday in your tarot reading, and Saturn was saying that, you know, you guys who are working really hard without an end in sight, man, am I going to bless you for doing that, because you not only are you being dedicated, but you have faith. You have faith. But here, so hold on, like there was something I wanted to say. Easy process, hard work. Right. So you're being compensated for all of those difficult choices you've made, choosing you and working hard towards something. And some of you guys have been giving without expecting. Okay. I really feel like that with this Rainbow Prince. I feel like you give either in your vocation or to the people around you in your life, family, friends, co-workers. You don't act out negatively because of things that have happened to you that were negative. This is why you are being blessed and asked to keep going, because your angels, guides, and any other celestial beings out there that are watching us know that you could have done the opposite of where you are and who you are right now. You could have been someone who turned into a total monster, and you didn't. Right. And not only did you not turn into a monster, when you give your energy, you give something good. You give something good out. You're not giving from a sour place. Right. That you will be compensated for. You will be compensated for not giving up because, you know, you can see like, hey, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if this is going to work out, but I'm going to keep trying. Don't worry. You Rainbow Prince. OK. Compensation, perseverance. All right. Next card. Your next card is Lady of the Mirror. Reflection, non-judgment. Lady of the Mirror. And I feel like I've seen a card like this. I just got this deck yesterday, but I've seen a card like this before in like oracle readings that I've done for you guys, constantly about looking at your reflection. So I don't know how you guys are viewing yourselves lately, but let's see what Lady of the Mirror has to say. (44), Lady of the Mirror. She's an ally and challenger as well. Okay, so reflection, non-judgment. The Lady of the Mirror is both ally and challenger, asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. Wow. Okay, this reading is all in line. Okay, challenging you says as asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. She represents the powerful force of the law of attraction and reminds you that what you are is what you attract. This isn't to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions, or if you find yourself a victim of a big picture event, excuse me guys, of a big picture event, say a war. It says this is a distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. And what this, oh my gosh, why is it saying that? Because your very first card says the map maker of destiny. Certain things are fated, okay? Meant to test your faith, meant to make you make a choice once the event is over. You know, not meant to hurt you. It's meant to, how do you choose? What do you choose to do after this, right? Thank you. Because this is this perseverance, right? Why? This is the reason why you're going to be blessed. So look. It says, rather, find yourself within the web woven through your life, your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures, and successes. Observe how you've responded to life's challenges, great and small, and be aware of what is familiar in the present. Release all judgment and accept things exactly as they are with love. The Lady of the Mirror asks that you honor every part of your story as essential to your highest unfolding. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Can you perceive your part in your reactions and the motives behind your current inquiry? You will find your answer in a thorough and honest self-appraisal, which is what I was saying. No matter what happens on your map journey, respond to it honestly. Go with your intuition. How do I feel like I'm supposed to go after this? Right? And this is what we were saying earlier about being compensated and choosing right, choosing the right things. Because, you know, dealing with a narcissist or anything like that, you know, somebody that hurt you, you can go get in relationships and start doing that to other people. You can do that. That's an option. But if you didn't, you're going to be rewarded for not doing that, for moving past what someone else did to you, for seeing things from a higher perspective, for understanding why it's important not to keep circulating energy like that in the field, right? This is what this is all about. And see, some of you guys could be feeling like, you know, I am my experiences. I deserve that those bad things happened to me because it was meant to, and it wasn't. It wasn't. I used to think like that strong, and now, you know, my thinking has changed. But then, you know, sometimes you have your bad days and you go from toggling back and forth. Because sometimes I feel like, you know, whoever was mapping me out and I was standing next to them and they were like, Justin, are you sure you want to deal with all this fucked up shit early? You know, are you sure we could spread this out a little bit? And I was like, no, let's do it all like now, like put it on me now, you know? And maybe because I just didn't know what it was like, you know? So just know that anything that has happened to you outside of your control, it was meant for you to respond to it to get you somewhere on your destination. To how you respond is where it is leading to you. Whatever's happening to you in your life is meant for your unique soul path and growth. But you gotta look at your life like that, okay? You can't compare it. It's really easy to compare. Really, really easy. It's really easy to say, my life doesn't go on the progression that other people's lives go, so something is wrong. And nothing is wrong. Life isn't linear like that. Life is cyclical. Things happen when they're going to happen, and you're going to get where you need to be no matter when they happen. Your good times and your bad times. You can think, well, this should have happened to me when I was this age, or this should have happened to me, you know, by now. And no, it's not happening like that because it wasn't meant to happen that way. You have your own path, okay? So don't judge yourself so harshly about things not achieved or failures, or, you know, I didn't get, even sometimes after a certain success is not enough. It's like, where's more success? I need more. And we don't. You need what you need. That's another thing. You need what you need. Not everything you want is what you need. okay? So don't go being so harsh because certain wants haven't been attained. What have you needed, right? So look at your life with non-judgment, okay? Even those points where you're like, I should have made this certain decision. Okay, well, you should have. And that's okay. That part is over. You are at a new junction to make a different decision now. How do you want to proceed? Okay, your next card. So your next card is the Phoenix. Phoenix came in the reverse. So this is your challenger. All right, so the Phoenix says resurrection and surrender to change. So when the Phoenix challenges you, it's really just a gentle reminder to let go and let what doesn't work fall away. Maybe you're not allowing things to change because you're more comfortable with the familiar, even if you know that it's not what's best for you. Even though you know that it's not the best you could create for yourself. Fear of change is a crippling experience as it works against nature itself. The task at hand is to allow for an ending, as it's timely and right that you do so for the highest good of all. In surrendering to the fundamental purposeful change, you will most definitely find yourself in better circumstances. The actions needed is allowing. The action that is needed is allowing. A rebirth is assured. So they're telling you, don't go against nature by not changing your situation. Everything in nature changes. I was just saying that it's not linear, it's cyclical. Things happen when they're supposed to happen. There are cycles for things. So there's constant rebirth and death. And if you are always in the same situation and dealing with the same problems, then we have a problem, because that's not how your life is supposed to be going. And it's talking about, it's fear. It's fear is what you're dealing with. You're afraid of change because you don't know what it's going to look like, what your life is going to be like. But it's time to let something go. Y'all holding on to something a little too strong, but aren't we all? But the thing is that this is not meant for you, not to be crippled, to be stuck, to be repeating cycles. You're actually supposed to be moving along your map right now. So let whatever this is go, because you really are going to have a magnificent change. Better than what, the Rainbow Prince says, better than what you expect. Better than what you expect. And I keep getting that message. Everything is going to be better than you think. Better than you think. So just go with the flow. All right. Your last card is the Cosmos. All right. This is also another allied challenger card. It's funny that the cards came out this way today. Predominantly, all of your cards were allied challenger cards. Basically saying that it's whatever's challenging you isn't a bad thing. That's how I felt yesterday when Saturn was in your reading. It was like, I'm not here to make you upset. I'm here to help you grow and go further. Whatever is making you uncomfortable, whatever rules you have to abide by now, or things you have to drop and you can't do anymore, it may seem uncomfortable, but it's actually for your highest good. So you can create a new life, right? So Cosmos says creativity and vastness. The Cosmos appears always as an ally and never as a challenger, okay? All right, so it's just an ally. It's not even ally challenger, only ally. Creativity in all forms is represented by the Cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember that all of life is creative, and you're always co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity and the vastness of energetic exchange of consciousness, influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious, with the power to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others. From an individual level to a global one, this is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action toward your goals as the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with what you create. Okay? You're going to meaningfully touch others with what you create. And I know you are because yesterday you had so much Aquarian Uranus energy, which is like radical change, futuristic thinking. Okay, some of you guys are creating something that is going to lead us into the future and really help people drop these old ways, habits, technologies, whatever it could be of thinking. I mean, technology doesn't always have to be high tech. It could even be spiritual technology. Okay, it could be whatever you guys discover becoming your best you. You're going to help other people tap into that new thing, you know, or with something we've forgotten. You're going to bring it back and it's going to change us and propel us forward. There was something I wanted to say about this. It is time. I think you guys are coming to a time where things are going to start working out better for you. And you're going to be able to manifest what you want in this time. For whatever reason, it's bringing up your mat and reflections and non-judgment. So if things have failed, manifestations and different things that you wanted, whoever you thought yourself to be, and it didn't work out, it was because your path was leading you to where you need to be to create exactly what you came here to do. So now with this persevering energy, it is more likely to manifest because it is part of the destiny. And when you manifest this perseverance, and I was talking about that repetition, why Saturn was coming back, you need to continuously do something because it is the weight and the thought of the thing that makes it manifest. Matter is weight. It is energy that is so condensed that it actually manifests itself. So right now, on your path, wherever you are being guided and whatever you are working on, don't stop. You literally are creating, okay? Creativity, vastness, the cosmos. The energy you put into it every day, the thoughts you think on it every day are forming. It's forming this like a void of its own. It's collecting the energy and it's going to bring you back something real, something you can see, right? And not only that, it is going to really affect other people. Okay? You're meant for something. I'm trying to tell you, you guys are really your radical soul. So Aquarius energy in the star. Aquarian energy in the King of Swords, Aquarian Uranus energy in the Fool. Okay, it was a lot. It was a lot. Even air energy with the Magician. It's so much change. You know, thought, intellect, genius. Okay, so stop selling yourself short because of things that have happened, certain events. You know, it was part of your learning to get you where you need to be, to separate your wants from your needs, for you to find your authentic true self. I'm trying to tell you, you have to choose your destiny. The experiences happen, and from that you get a choice. You don't have to do it, but it's better for you if you do. Whatever you're being called to do after certain things happen. I think the one thing that helped me get into tarot after my breakup was my intention to heal. After that relationship, I felt the way my life was feeling. Like I told you, like I tried to go out and, do the casual sex thing again, and that wasn't working out, the way it used to. And I wasn't feeling good about myself. I felt down and I felt drained. So I made the intention to heal. I did it. There's a video on here on YouTube about it. I talk about it, about how I would wake up in the morning and I would purposefully go for walks to be out in the nature just to get my spirits up. Luckily, my sister needed me to watch her dog at the time, and I had Benji, and that was something to take my mind off of how I was feeling. But everything was purposeful, even to the point where when my intuition was saying, do this and do that, I knew that it was taking me away from the negativity that I had just experienced, I was like, okay, I'm going to go this way, because that was a shock and it was strong. It was so strong. I'm trying to tell you guys, even when, and you do get blessed when you drop something that is negative in your life. And I did, I got promotions, right? But even then, I remember going for my interview, and I've mentioned this before, but, you know, fighting depression in my interview, like trying to convey that I am somebody with energy and, you know, that I'm ready to take the job, when behind that, I'm like tired and I don't believe in myself, right? That was really, really hard. So even then, I'm trying to tell you, like, you don't let money and things confuse you. Like, that doesn't always bring happiness. It is determining what is best for you, like what your soul is being called to, right? Okay. So when I chose tarot, it opened up something new in me, which was the real me, who I've always been. It just gave me a way to express it now. And it's only going to grow and evolve into more as long as I'm willing to surrender to it. And I'm still being asked to surrender to this process. The purpose to me isn't like, oh, I choose a thing and that's it. No, there's more. I'm not dead. You know, I haven't done a certain thing that I could say, oh, I could peace out. No, I need to do, there's something else on my path that I need to do. Something. And I obviously need to grow and evolve more. Okay? So that's all of us. So don't get mad if you don't know exactly what you're supposed to be doing right now. Okay? Because even when you find it, you're still going to find that there's more for me to do. Okay? You just need to go with where your soul and intuition are like, oh, that lights me up. I get happy to do this. It's not all day, all the time. It's not like, oh, yes, tarot saved my life. And it is. It's great. I love it. I do. But, you know, you're going to have days where you don't like what you do, or you're tired. You're human, of course. But all I'm trying to say is that just go with where you are led to go authentically. Do what you are meant to do authentically, no matter how weird or out of the box or different from your past moves you've made in life. However different it is, do it anyway. I swear, you'll be glad you did. Be true to yourself in all areas of your life. Be your authentic self, okay? And it makes this easier. You know, one thing that like, okay, because when I talk about choosing this instead of corporate and not caring about what people thought, one place in my life that I had to do the same thing was when I came out. You get what I mean about like how making certain decisions will help you along the way? When I decided to be my authentic self, I already knew what it felt like to make a big decision where I know I would be judged and people would look at me different, or maybe not. They're probably like, oh, finally, he decided to come out. Who knows? But you're thinking your own thoughts about how people perceive you, right? Your life only reflects what you think. So I'm thinking all of these things, but I'm finally ready to be okay with myself. And my particularly my mother was not happy about it. It wasn't a kumbaya experience. It didn't feel good at all, but it felt good to be honest with myself, to be free, and to say like, I don't care how you feel. You know, when it comes to me honestly being me, that doesn't have nothing to do with nobody else. So I was able to do it again. You know, this time it's scary, like leaving a 9-to-5 job. It's not like, oh, not so much of me caring what people thought about me. It was like, what is my money going to be like, kind of thing. And that involves trust too. Every time you make a big decision, something scary, you have to trust that things are going to be okay and they're going to work out. And they are, because you're doing it according to who you are and what you know to be true for yourself, not based off, you know, outcomes that people think, you know, are going to happen to you. You do it for you. Okay? All of these radical energies that I'm feeling on you guys, do it for yourself. Because what you do for yourself, you in effect do for others, because you inspire. You inspire. All right? So that is what I have for you. If the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link to book is in the description box below. If you would like to book a 30-minute recorded reading, go ahead and email me your name and date of birth. After you pay using Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, I will record your reading and send you a link back via email, okay? The updated Patreon playlist is in the description box below. Also, the next group reading will be on November 15th at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to participate in that, make sure you join Patreon, because that is where the Zoom link will be for the group reading. All right, guys, that is what I have for you. All right, see ya.